Oh my god, it hurts. It still hurts. And when I say it hurts, I mean my ankle. Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the feature race for the Australian round of Formula 2 in 2025. Race 2 of 28 for Formula 2 in 2025. I'm finally back with a stream. Today, we are, well, it's 8:30 or so on the East Coast. And because the Australian Grand Prix is at 12, 12 in the morning, so midnight, the Formula 3 and Formula 2 races are early, earlier than normal, as in I should say, late on the Saturday. So, it makes it a lot easier for me to watch. Okay, there we go. So, it is raining currently down in Melbourne, so that'll make it a very interesting race. Slower race, maybe even timed. The set distance is 33 laps, which is usually enough for a pit stop. So let's see how that goes. Okay, it's time to go over the starting lineup for today's feature race at Albert Park. With a new cast of characters. Starting 22nd, driving the number 23, Trident, for 22 years old from New York City, United States, Max Esterson. He was 21st in Formula 3 last year and had some Formula 2 starts. Okay, so I can only show the top 18. Wonderful. Starting 21st, driving the number 16 for Rodan Motorsport. 22 years old from Tempsey, Belgium, Amaury Cordial, who is 5th in... Wait, no, he was like 16th in Formula 2 last year. Or something like that. See, it was supposed to be Christian Mansell in this car, but he stepped out of the car with about 2 weeks to go. So... Man, my ankle hurts. So they had to get a replacement, and he was basically the only driver not doing anything that was in Formula 2 last year. So he's back, and he sucks. Starting 20th, driving the number 22 for Trident, 20 years old from Marseille, France, Sami Megatunev. He was 8th in Formula 3. Starting to 19th, driving the number 12 for Dams Lucas Oil, 24 years old from Bangalore, India, Kush Maini, the Alpine Junior, who finished 13th in points last year. Starting 18th, driving the number 21 for AIX Racing, 20 years old from Glasgow, United Kingdom, Ken Shields, who was dead last in Formula 3 last year. Yeah, they hired a guy who finished dead last. Starting 17th, driving the number 24 for Van Amersfoort Racing, 21 years old from Salisbury, United Kingdom, John Bennett, the runner-up in GB3. Starting 16th, driving the number 6 for MP Motorsport, 20 years old from London, United Kingdom, representing Germany, Oliver Goethe, the Red Bull Junior, who finished 7th in Formula 3 last year, who also had some starts last year in F2. Starting 15th, driving the number 17 for Rodan Motorsport, 19 years old from Offaly, Ireland, Alex Dunn, the McLaren Junior, who finished 14th in Formula 3 last year. Starting 14th, driving the number 25 for Van Amersfoort Racing, 23 years old from Leon, Mexico, Rafael Villagomez, 24th in Formula 2 last year. There were 22 full-time cars. How do you finish 24th? You suck. Starting 13th, driving the number 11 for Dams Lucas Oil, 19 years old from Charlotte, United States, Jack Crawford, the Aston Martin Junior, who was 5th in points in Formula 2 last year. Starting 12th, driving the number 3 for Campos Racing, 19 years old from Barcelona, Spain, Pepe Marti, the Red Bull Junior, who was 14th in points last year. Starting 11th, driving the number 4 for Campos Racing, 17 years old from London, United Kingdom, Arvid Lindblad, who was 4th in Formula 3 points the previous year. Starting now in the top 10, starting 10th, driving the number 15 for Art Grand Prix, 25 years old from Zushi, Japan, Rotomo Miyata, the Toyota Gazoo Racing Junior, who was 19th in points last year. Starting 9th, driving the number 9 for Prema Racing, 19 years old from Miami, United States, but representing Colombia, Sebastian Montoya. Starting 8th, driving the number 1 for Invicta Racing, 20 years old from Piacenza, Italy, Leonardo Fornaroli, the defending Formula 3 champion. Starting 7th, driving the number 20 for AIX Racing, 21 years old from Asunción, Paraguay, And in yesterday's sprint winner, Joshua Dirksen, who was 10th in points last year. Starting 6th, driving the number 7 for High Tech Pulse 8, 23 years old from Kingsley, United Kingdom, Luke Browning, who also had some starts last year in F2, but he's the Williams Jr., who was 3rd in points in Formula 3. Starting 5th, driving the number 8 for High Tech Pulse 8, 21 years old from Linköping, Sweden, Dino Maganovic, the Ferrari Jr., who was 6th in Formula 3 points last year and had some F2 starts. Starting 4th, driving the number 10 for Prema Racing, 19 years old from Palermo, Italy, Gabriele Mini, the Alpine Junior, who was 2nd in Formula 3 points and the highest starting rookie. Also had some F2 starts last year. Formation lap will start in 9 minutes. Okay, I'm trying to wait for the rain to die down a bit. That's my guess. Oh, man, that hurts. I need, like, ice. I don't have any ice. Starting 3rd, driving the number 2 for Invicta Racing. 21 years old from, I can't even pronounce that, from the Czech Republic, Roman Stanek. He was 22nd in points last year. He did have a win, thanks to someone getting a penalty, but he didn't finish the season. Starting outside pole, driving the number 5 for MP Motorsport. 24 years old from Benchop, Netherlands, Richard Verschoor, 8th in points last year. And on the pole, driving the number 14 for Art Grand Prix, with a pole time of 1 minute 29.286 seconds, which is about 212.808 kilometers per hour. I don't know the miles per hour on that. 23 years old from Quincy sous Senart, France, Victor Martins, who left the Alpine Academy last year. This year. He was 7th in points. Okay, I gotta. All right, now we got down to 7 minutes. Now, earlier today, I watched it. It was the rain-affected Formula 3 race, feature race. Santiago Ramos won the sprint race. Today, and so let's see. I'll go all over the sprint race. Yesterday, it was Santiago Ramos. Let's see. So, Santiago Ramos first. Second was Martinius Denshorn, who's with McLaren. So Santiago Ramos drives for, I think, Campo. No, he doesn't drive. He drives for Van Amersfoort. Second was Martinius Denshorn, who is a McLaren Junior driving for High Tech. Oh, it's not High Tech Pulse 8. It's called High Tech TGR now. I should update that. I didn't realize they had a new title sponsor. What is TGR? Oh, it was a Toyota Gazoo Racing. Probably because of no, it's not. Okay. High Tech Toyota Gazoo Racing. That's cool. More fun to say than Pulse 8. No, High Tech Pulse 8 had a nice ring to it. Okay, so Martinius Denshorn was second. He's in McLaren for High Tech Toyota Gazoo Racing. All right. Third was, let's see. Third was Roman Blinsky, who is driving for Rodan Motorsport. Okay. Top 10 get points in the F3 sprints. Fourth was Tassanopol Intapuvazak. I hate saying that name. He drives for Campos. Fifth was Matthias Zagazeta, who drives for Dams, I think. Wait. Or no. Yeah, it is Dams. Sixth was Nikita Bedrin for AIX. 7th was Teofile Nail, who drives for Van Amersfoort. 8th was Nicholas Solov, drives for Campos with Red Bull backing. 9th, Callum Voisin, who drives for Rodan. And 10th was Noel Leon, who from Mexico, who drives for Prema. No, that's not right. Oh, it is for Prema. Okay. Okay. In the actual feature race, let's see, top 10. Rafael Camara for Prema. For Trident. He is a Ferrari-backed driver. Second is Noah Stromstead, was also its Trident, and a Mercedes Junior. Third, Teofile Nail, as I said before. Fourth, Nikita Bedrin. Fifth, Tim Tramnitz, who is a Red Bull Junior with... Hold on. MP Motorsport. Sixth is Charlie Wirtz, who is with Trident. Seventh, Tassan Plunter-Puvazak. Eighth, Martinius Stenshorn. Ninth was Roman Blinsky. 10th was Ugo Ugochukwu, the American McLaren Junior with Prema. Okay. Looking at the results of the sprint race yesterday, let's see. Joshua Dirksen won for AIX Racing. Second was Leonardo Fornaroli. Third was Luke Browning. Fourth was Richard Vachor. Fifth, Roman Stanek. Sixth, Sebastian Montoya. Seventh, Gabriele Mini. Eighth, Pepe Marti. And only the top 8 in F2 get the sprint, get the points of the sprint. Oh, my ankle feels better in the morning. It really hurts. Oh, yeah, it's still raining. Formation lap is set to begin in 2 minutes. I guess you burned, or I forgot the safety car driver is going to have a lot of time. Earlier today we had the Xfinity race as well. Justin Allgaier held off Eric Alberola for his 26th career win, which means he has the same number of wins as Dale Jr. has Cup. Allgaier has the same number of Xfinity wins as Dale Jr. does. Dale Jr. has Cup wins. Wild. And he's also the 4th full-time driver to lock himself into the Xfinity playoffs, leaving 8 spots with 21 races to go. With plenty of drivers capable of winning still left to claim to seal their own spots. Let's see. The start of the feature... Wait. Vachor may have an issue in P2 on the grid as we wait for the formation lap. The F3 race was actually shortened by 2 laps and called because of rain. Man, that looks like a downpour, but I guess we're going with it. Let's unmute.
Racing, and it's really impressive to see those young sports people take that in their stride.
Even Joshua Dirksen was congratulated yesterday by Lewis Hamilton for his win. So the drivers themselves currently in Formula One, and even the multiple champions, they're keeping an eye on these guys. And it was great to see that he congratulated them.
So a couple of seconds until we get going then for the formation lap. And conditions looking really, really tricky.
They look
I am going to
dismal.
Be, I'm going to be very surprised if we see this one going anywhere near like straight away.
I mean,
they are choosing to get the formation lap going here, and that is the view then.
That is
from Victor
horrendous
Martins
view.
as he
I mean,
paddles
I
his way,
love rain
down
racing.
to the duck pond in turn 1 and 2.
I might like tend to, even with the more rain the better, even though it's really dangerous. Though I'd be really shocked if they actually went going like this. Visibility is abysmal.
That tells a story of the conditions.
You know, I believe there was once an incident that caused a track official to die at Albert Park. I believe it was a collision between Ralph Schumacher and Jacques Villeneuve.
To gather
That
himself after a
I
difficult
think it was
race
it all.
yesterday, comes
Yeah, it
in
was in
seventh place in the championship
2001.
last year, fifth place
Injured
in
us. Yeah,
the
killed
year
a track
before,
marshal.
returns with ART, with whom he's driven his full Formula 2 career, and he'll be looking to take the best out of this race if it's
try
as
something.
and when it's able to get going. Really, one of the championship favourites, Richard Forshaw, starting next to him or behind him, should it be a rolling start. The most experienced driver in this series will enter his 5th season in this series this year. And then you're dealing with rookies, Stanek, Mini, drivers who are entering their first full season of Formula 2 racing on the 2nd row. And it's going to be interesting to see how those rookies fare. Those are the front runners as the field make their first tentative steps towards getting anywhere near going with this one, but they're not going to be, because we've got a red flag.
Okay.
And the red flag is out.
Should I see that one coming?
No surprise at all. It is just far too wet for the conditions.
Yeah. No, there've been more surprising calls in the world of feeder series racing than that.
Yeah, and we will see the cars being brought back round to pit lane. Victor Martins ahead of Richard Forshaw, ahead of Roman Stanek, Gabriele Mini, Dino Beganovic, and struggling for coverage.
Look at
in
that.
the poncho.
Tropical. Tropical.
Yeah. So,
British summertime in full force on the other side of the world.
exactly that. Exactly that. So,
all cars will head back to the pit lane then, holding pattern now. And it's a question of...
So, I mean, what happens if they can't get it going before the F1 race? That's what I want to know.
This is not a
Would they
safe
cancel?
condition to be racing
Or they run
in.
it the next day?
nope. And we will see the cars come back round.
Probably not.
Scattering the Australian wood ducks as they do so. And this is the worst of the weather, isn't it? That's supposed to be coming through
Yeah.
today. You can see there is a lot of water on the circuit surface as they paddle their way into the pit lane. And these races, when they are stopped, there's a graded system for how many points are given out. We've not reached it yet because obviously you need the race to get underway and clear 2 laps for there to be any points given out at all. But less than a quarter of the race fits in a column of points that are given out. Then we give out a little bit more when we clear a quarter but do less than a half of the race. We give out a few more clearing a half but less than 75%, and full points are given out at 75%.
Right, I forgot about that system. That's how Lala Lombardi became the only female in F1 history to earn any points. She got half a point. I think it was a rain-shortened race in Spain?
And now they have to change at least 2 of the tyres, but don't want to get ahead of ourselves because, yeah, monsoon weather conditions at the moment, and drivers are jumping out of the cars.
Yeah, heading for coverage, aren't they? Straight away.
All right, so what I'm going to do, because the race hasn't even started, I just got to come back when the race actually gets going.
Stopped.
So, see you when it actually goes.